So, hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So in this one, let's talk about how you can subdivide your geometry. So mainly there are two ways in ZBrush how you can subdivide the geometry. First is the usual way, actually subdividing the geometry, and second is dynamic subdivision. Let's talk about both of them. So the usual way, if you come under geometry, you will see that this is where it's at. Let's make polymesh 3D if I can. No, tool iris, no. Okay, as soon as I press divide, it's gonna subdivide my geometry, and we will have the subdivision levels 1 and 2. Two times it's divide. So D, if you press D, it's gonna go a division up. If you press shift D, it's gonna go a division down. So that's it. What it does, it takes a square and divide it 4 times. One square will become 4. So that's how it happens. I can show you in microphone. If you look at this square, let's see, let's polygroup this one, then we will understand. Suppose this one, and then if we press Ctrl D, let's see what happens. That became 4, and then Ctrl D. If I press Ctrl D again, what will happen? All those 4 became 4 again. So that is the that is the smoothing that it gives. That is the subdivision level, and that's how you subdivide your geometry to give more details to the object. Like if you want to add some more detail, you will get that only by subdividing the geometry. That's one way. Okay, so what's the harm in doing this way? There is no harm. If you want your details to not go back in low poly and change it, that's the best way. If you want to add any loop, if you want to add any major change in topology, then this is not your way. You like I said, after you subdivide your geometry, you can go back and move or do the changes in your in your low poly, but you won't be able to make changes on topological level. What I mean by that, you won't be able to add any loop or change or extrude, because if you want to do that, let's see, if I go to ZModeler brush BZM and try to extrude it, let's see. What it does is it says the mesh is composed of multiple subdivision levels. So in that case, what we'll do, this is no use of us in that case, but it's very useful if you know that this is going to be your lowest subdivision level, and this is the final mesh, and you want to build on top of it. So you want to give details on top of it. Go ahead and press divide. So yeah, there you can see points. It changes. Total number of points is the total number of points, the highest subdivision level, and the active points is the level that you are on, and it also depends on how many subtools you have. The total points will show you how many the total points of all the subtools. I hope you get my point. So next is let's delete this. Let's polygroup this one. So we don't have any subdivision level. What is dynamic subdiv? So how do you divide? Did I say the shortcut? It's Ctrl D to divide, and then you can switch. Okay, let's go back to the topic of dynamic subdiv. So if you see that there is this button called dynamic, what it does is, as soon as you press dynamic, it's gonna give you the same result what we achieved. So if you see, it says too smooth subdiv. That means it's already divided on a 2 subdivision level. If you press on 1, it's gonna give you the result. It's just for your visual information. It's subdivided on 1. It is not actually subdividing the geometry. It's just showing you that it is kind of divided until you press apply. Okay, we are not applying it. What is the good thing about this? Suppose let's go to the let's switch on the wireframe by pressing Shift W to switch on the wireframe, and let's turn off this. And what I'll do, I'll go to polygroup and polygroup. I'll polyloop it. Okay, so like this, I have polyloop there, and let's see, let's polyloop this one. Okay, this and this and yeah, sure. Suppose we have this kind of setup and we want to extrude it. Let's extrude the poly group all single front facing flat polygroup all. Why not? Let's see. So we have extruded till here. What we do, we'll turn on dynamic again. So what dynamic subdiv is letting me do is it is letting me change the low poly as well as the see the result in high poly. So if I want, I can turn it on, and I can go here. If you see that these square you're seeing, that is the actual polygons. So what I'll do, I'll just do an insert, and I'll do anything you want to do, you can do in dynamic subdiv on a low polygon level, and it's gonna reflect and give you the result that you're seeing on high poly. So that way you can change your on topological level, and you can apply those changes and look at those changes in high poly. You don't have to go subdivide it and do it. Once you have finalized it, you can apply it, and that will give you the subdivision. You can go to low poly, you can move to high poly, Shift D, B. So that is it. Until you are not satisfied with the result, you can work on dynamic subdiv and keep adding all the information that you want. It's best for hard surface, and yeah, those are the two methods that you can use to subdivide your geometry. So for any doubts and confusion, please join the Discord or comment, and I will see you in the next one. Peace, and also like for more reach. Thank you.